Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man.
Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Andy Dalton and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Zerline's got it teed up, and off we go from Arlington. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Hill on the return.
First time we get to see this Baltimore offense here, and feast your eyes on the Madden cover man, Lamar Jackson, taking the field, ready to lead them at quarterback.
We've had dual-threat quarterbacks in the NFL in the past, and we've had some really good ones. But I don't know if we've had one quite like Lamar Jackson. Led the league in touchdown pass with 36 last season. Set the all-time record for rushing yards in a single season for a quarterback at over 1,200 yards. And he led his Baltimore Ravens to a 14-2 regular season mark. Best in the NFL. The sky is the limit for Lamar Jackson.
Now a man who played high school ball here in LaGrange, Texas, J.K. Dobbins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
On 2nd and 9. Jackson. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
Jackson's pass.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
A gain of 6
Good
yards.
throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Jackson looking to throw on third. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He's taken down.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And now he'll tuck it and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson. You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, first down.
Yeah, I'll guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
A 41-yard attempt.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip.
Cowboys, nothing.
So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
Taken in the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Andy Dalton and company. Dalton, of course, grew up in Texas, played his college ball at TCU, and now his home is back in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex with these Cowboys.
A day one starter his rookie year. He also won a whole lot of games as well. First 5 years, the Bengals went to the playoffs each and every year. Continues to evolve as a quarterback, learning how to work around a running game, an offensive line, and receivers that continue to develop.
Dalton and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
That's what love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Dalton off play action. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the 1st down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The rookie CeeDee Lamb, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Dalton hands off to Elliott. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Nothing after 1 on EA Sports.
Ravens 3, Cowboys nothing.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Dalton here from the gun. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 30 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Baltimore Ravens now 4-1 in 2020. They get the relatively easy win over Cincy Week 5, 27-3, the 4th straight time they've beaten their AFC North rivals. And the Ravens getting their first look at Joe Burrow, and really they were the first one to totally tamp him down, holding him without a touchdown. And what was that you told me, Charles, the 5th time that a reigning MVP had taken on last year's #1 pick?
Yeah, and like the previous 4 times, the MVP came out on top. In this game, going into it, when you looked at those two playing against each other, it was almost like professional wrestling, belt versus belt, wasn't it? Think of the hardware both of them have in their homes that they have accumulated during their time. Not just reigning MVP versus #1 overall pick, but both for former Heisman winners going head-to-head. You name it, that matchup had it. And now we got to take a look at what Baltimore has coming up. They go to Philadelphia, a short road trip next week before they get their open week in Week 7. And right now, this schedule's really good for Baltimore in terms of travel. I don't think they get on a plane for like the next 30 days or 40 days or so. So that's really a built-in advantage in a really tough season.
A gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th.
Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.